into the convention center for this party to start. We've been listening to great music, eating food, and having a great time waiting for the parade to arrive.
And this year's king is a great king, Josh Duhamel. And he goes for all generations. I mean, he was in all the Transformers movies.
Yes, everybody knows him from something different. He's filmed some stuff here in New Orleans. He actually just filmed a new crime show that'll be coming out here in New Orleans, so he's familiar with the city.
By the way, his son is riding on his float as a page this year.
Oh, that must be so
that's
special.
really pretty cool. And my son rode as a page 10 years ago in 2012. It's the greatest experience you can ever have.
It's so sweet. I know you had the guys on our morning show on Friday. They're always so cute, such high energy, and having such a great time. Such a proud moment for those parents.
And you can hear Chris Franklin in the background. He's calling the parade tonight as it comes in to the Memorial Convention Center.
That's right, and our Sharice Gibson is here as well. She's out on the floor. She'll be catching up with some of the bands and the floats as they make their way into the convention center tonight. And you know, the great part, Eric, this is the return of a celebration for the city. This Mardi Gras has been so special. Of course, we were all on break during the pandemic, and it's so nice to see people out and having such a wonderful time all dressed up tonight.
I know you said some really good stuff, Sheba, but it's so loud in here. You can hardly hear.
We are having a hard time hearing.
Let's go down on the parade route, and Sharice is there.
Hey, y'all, we are at the beginning of the 2022 Bacchus Rendezvous. The police officers have just gone through. We're seeing a patrol of several officers from surrounding states. I saw some Mississippi Highway Patrol officers, also the Louisiana State Troopers. I'm going to take a look, step out of the way, take a look. We have the Marine Corps band, the color guards, and the band that are coming through. And everyone is extremely excited. It is a wonderful night already. We are at the very beginning of the parade, the Bacchus Parade. Everyone said it was a good time on the streets. Now we are here live inside of the Memorial Convention Center where the parade is making its way through for the 2022 Bacchus Rendezvous, and everyone is so excited. Again, taking a look right now at the Marine Corps Parade. They are the first band to come on in. And you have some people that are standing by. I can see a float that is actually right down the hallway from me. So we are right there at the crossover where some people are just running through. But everyone is excited to just see all of the parades that are coming through. This is my first time, and I know that the energy is just palpable because so many of us have wanted this so long. Wanted to be able to come and party with our neighbors and all of our friends, all of our co-workers. Everyone wanted to get dressed up and just to experience Mardi Gras in the best way that you can. And we're all having such a good time. So look, again, we are at the Bacchus Rendezvous 2022. It is a really good time. We're so excited. And we're going to wait for a couple of bands to come on through. So in the meantime, I see the next float that's on the way. The Marine Corps Color Guard Band just passed on through. And if you recognize that voice, that is our own Chris Franklin. I'm going to send things back over to Sheba and Eric. Right now, we're standing by. It's a little bit of a lull. I think they're trying to make a really big grand entrance for our first float of the evening. Sheba, Eric?
And Sharice, you're correct. I mean, everybody has been so pent up. We've gone for, well, we missed just last year, but it seems like it's been 10 years.
It's been longer.
I know.
It's so true.
But if you've been on the parade routes, they've been packed with people. I mean, people are ready to party. People have come into town, and the crowds have been great. I was out on Saturday at the parade route. It was just wonderful. I mean, so many people. And then I was in a parade in Metairie, the Mad Hatters.
Yeah.
There were tons of people there.
Yeah.
People just want to party.
I do think when you're out, you feel the energy, you feel people excited to return to the city and do what we do best, which is Mardi Gras. We have a fun time. We all come together and celebrate. It's always so special.
And that is true. And, you know, we hope that this is the bellwether for us, because the mayor, I talked to the mayor on Thursday night, and she was saying hopefully we see no spike after Mardi Gras, and that's going to be a big deal. Dr. Jennifer Avegno said that could be the turning point for us, and we really hope it is. And we have a lot of people in here tonight. It's not as crowded as it was 2 years ago, I don't think.
I don't think so either. See, you say you've seen a lot of crowds. Friday night I was out, and I did find the crowds were much thinner than usual.
Well, they knew I was out there on Saturday, so.
Well, of course, they came out to see Eric Colson. You're ridiculous. And I know you hung out with the Krewe of Bacchus on Friday, getting us ready for the parade. What was their spirit and energy like?
They're charged. They're ready to go. They have so many great throws, and I'm sure along the parade route, I just talked to my son.
Yeah.
My oldest son, he is on the parade route on St. Charles. He said crowds were great.
Nice.
He said it was breaking up right now. But now as they enter the convention center, as we watch the Marines walk through the floor of the Montreal Convention Center, we're getting ready for float number 1. That's the King's float.
It is.
And Josh Duhamel is on that. And as I said, his son is one of the pages. And being a page, we had all 19 pages because his son Axel was the 20th page.
Nice.
So we had them all on the show on Friday, and they were just great. And these are kids who are 10, 11, 12 years old.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Well, and I was throwing them doubloons and stuff like that.
And teaching them how to say "Hail Bacchus."
Well,
they did such a great job.
They had a bit of a hard time with that.
Yeah, they were struggling.
In rehearsal, they were great.
I'm sure they got it together for tonight on that parade route. I can only imagine their excitement when seeing all these crowds. They're so young, and throwing and watching all these people excited to see them. And that is one of the cool things I love about Bacchus. Back in 2015, they made an effort to eliminate plastic waste, and so they stopped throwing as much beads, which I think is genius. I think now people have evolved. You want to catch socks and special throws, and they do such a great job lining that stuff up.
Well, they're throwing food this year on the hospitality float, the Bacchanality. They're throwing food. They're throwing red beans, rice, all kinds of stuff.
I love it.
And the one thing we should mention, last year, since they didn't roll, they rolled virtually. They had the virtual parade.
That's right.
Where you could catch bicycles and stuff. We rode a couple of those bikes.
That's right.
You
We
remember
did.
that?
We went out there and rode bikes.
This year they're throwing virtually. They're throwing wagons and all chairs and all kinds of great stuff. So if you were on the parade route, there was a way that you could do, as a float comes by, they had little, whatever you call it. It's too techie for me.
What are you trying to say?
They had some things on the float.
Okay.
Things, some doodads.
Yeah, what? I would help you,
do you know what it is?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, so as it went by, you were able to track that float as it went
Almost
by.
like a QR code.
Well, kind of like that, but not.
Okay, we're never going to know what it is, but it was there and it was cool.
Hold on, we have the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, guests from around the globe, do you feel the love in the air tonight? Hail Bacchus! For 52 years, world-famous entertainers, music legends, international stars have all said Hail Bacchus. Kings from film, Broadway, radio, television, sporting world, iconic actors. Hail Bacchus! Even a second-generation king has said, Hail Bacchus! 32 floats, 1,700 riders. With over 250,000 doubloons tossed, tons of beads, and for the second year, one-of-a-kind virtual throws. And thousands upon thousands of special LED lights with special effects have traveled from Napoleon, down St. Charles, over to Canal Street, up to Julia, all to the delight of an enthusiastic crowd of over 1 million people. And now, here to the rendezvous. Ladies and gentlemen, hail King Bacchus, Josh Duhamel, and his 2022 crew.
And here's what the crowd has been waiting for. Bacchus 2022, Josh Duhamel. Look at the stuff that's being thrown off that float, Sheba.
Oh my goodness, it is flowing. And you know, they always come to the city and visit Children's Hospital, which is always so wonderful. We saw him out there arriving in the city, having such a great time. And I think it's so beautiful they visit the patients at Children's Hospital when they come to New Orleans.
Well, and you see all the pages there. They're throwing stuff. Josh is throwing stuff too. Their job is to serve the king. There are 20 pages. One of them is as I mentioned, is Josh Duhamel's son, Alex.
That must be so special.
That's got to be so special. And there are 2 fathers on the float that have sons on that. The other one is the assistant master of the pages, Conrad Jackson. His son is riding on the float tonight.
That is so beautiful.
We're going to interview them a little later on.
These father-son duos. And of course, as we said earlier, he's no stranger to New Orleans. He's actually filmed a couple of shows here. He just filmed a new crime show. It's called The Thing About Pam. It's going to premiere in March. And he filmed that right here in New Orleans. So I'm sure he's had some good times here.
And we mentioned this earlier. You know, he spans a whole generation of people, or several generations, because, you know, young kids know him from the Transformers movies.
Right.
Soap opera fans know him from All My Children.
Right.
He was on the TV show Las Vegas.
Yeah, he's done
a
so
lot
much
of stuff. Yeah.
That's funny. We were actually talking in the newsroom. Everybody was naming different places they knew him from. And right, everybody had something different that they loved him in.
Yeah. I know my son is a big fan of the Transformer movies.
Yes, those are really good, though. Who's not? He actually just got engaged as well, so this is another big celebration for him. Congratulations to him and his fiancée.
Yeah, and this crowd is loving it. I mean, as he comes in, and I'm sure he had a great ride. You know, it started out as kind of an ugly day today, and then all of a sudden the sun came out.
This morning.
I think it got up to like 55 degrees or so, something like that. But, you know, when you're out throwing, I know the night I rode, in the parade I rode in this year, it was 55 degrees, and by the time you get throwing for a while,
oh, you're sweating.
You're sweating.
Yeah, you have no idea. That's actually a great temperature with all the moving and throwing they're doing. And you got to remember, by the time they get to the convention center, guys, they've been riding the entire parade route. So this is the end, but actually the start of a celebration, because the Bacchus Rendezvous is here waiting for them. They're going to have music playing all night long, and as you see, the crowd here is worked up and excited to see them arrive.
And I got to tell you, on Friday when we were at the here at the convention center, I got to sit in the King's throne.
Oh, yeah, you looked right at home there.
I felt right at home there.
We need to talk to Josh about you sitting in the chair.
He's got royalty written all over him.
He does. Look at the outfit, look at the throws. And you know, by this point, you have to be tired. But I think you just get energized seeing the crowd. I'm sure they're screaming his name, excited to see him. Keeps you going.
And it is a job. He's got the guy just handing him stuff.
Right.
I didn't have that when I was the Mad Hatter.
Well, that's unacceptable, Eric. You were always a king, sir.
There you go. But it's fun. It's just fun. And the convention center looks great. It's just it is so good to have people back doing stuff again.
Yes.
And we should mention they checked everybody's vaccination status as we came in.
They did.
So that was good.
Yes, and so remember, this is just the very beginning. They have 1,600 members, 32 floats this year. So
Actually, they have 1,700 this year.
Oh, they have 1,700.
Clark Brennan had told me this was the biggest one they've ever had.
Oh, wow.
1,700 members riding this year.
Unbelievable. So we've got more than 30 floats. The bands are starting to come through. This is Southern University.
Yeah. They're a showstopper.
They are.
Let's take a listen as they come through.
It's about time we get to me because I have to talk about my Jaguars, the Cuban Jukebox Southern University Jaguars. I'm sorry, Sheba and Eric, I got to steal some of your thunder because those are my boys. Love them so much. I am proud. I talk about it all the time. Proud Southern University alumni, a Cuban Jukebox Southern University Jag. My father was a Jaguar. Mother was a Jaguar as well. He was a part of the Human Jukebox. My mother was a dancing doll. So this is historic for me and my family, and it is the perfect way to start off Bacchus 2022 Rendezvous. Because, I mean, take a look. You heard them just now. They always bring the noise. They always bring it. And they are always number one. So I'm very excited to see my guys walk through. I mean, just thrilled, elated. And this is how you start a parade. We saw Josh Dumello a little bit earlier. He looked amazing. I actually caught something, a T-shirt. If I can get this open, I don't know exactly what's in this one, but you know, Eric and Sheba, I always try to collect cups for my kitchen and T-shirts for the drawers. So I don't know what's coming up, but hey, we got another one that's coming up soon. Let's take a look at this one, see if we can catch something. These are our riding lieutenants. Hey, can we get something here? Oh, all right, he got me. Oh, I got a good left hand. I have a good left hand. All right, these are the riding lieutenants that are coming through. I think I have a light up stick here. Isn't this pretty cool? So, hey, oh, there you go. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. So I got something else too. All right, we're gonna play a game, Eric and Sheba. How many things I get clobbered in the head with this evening? Because typically I'm beaten in the head with beads and toys and whatnot. So far we're doing good. They're handing it off, but I got some pretty good stuff. I'll bring it over to you guys over at the stage. And as the riding lieutenants come by, it looks like we have another float that's on the way here. And Eric, Sheba, I'm gonna get prepared to gather a couple of more throws. I'm already doing good. Look, we just started here. Let's take it back to you guys.
And Sharice, I noticed you got some stuff with hearts on it. It's from the heart this year is the theme of Bacchus.
Love.
And I'll tell you what, Sharice, you're right to be proud of the Southern Jaguars. They are awesome.
Yes. What a beautiful legacy for your family. Represent, girl. All right, yes, those riding lieutenants actually ride on horses in the parade, guys, but they get on a special float when they enter the convention center. So it's great to see them. Sharice already has a handful of stuff, so we're going to let her empty those hands and catch some more stuff as we move on to the next floats there.
I wish they'd have brought the horses in.
They should have.
I always like to see the guys who walk behind with the cart and clean up the...
You like to see that, Eric? You should try that one year. How about
That'd be
that?
a job I could do.
But yes, the Southern University Marching Band set the tone nice and early. It is going to be a great time tonight. You can just feel the energy, feel the excitement.
Yeah. And look at everybody is so happy. And they're throwing a lot of stuff. As I said, when I was over at here at the convention center where they had all the floats, Audie, and all the goodies they were throwing, they had tons and tons of stuff.
You can see this is the end, and look how much stuff they're still throwing.
I know they do save a lot for the convention center.
Lots of light up stuff, and as we said, they moved the focus from throwing beads, so they've got all kind of stuff on there.
Yeah, we have the Talladega College Tornado Marching Band. They're from Alabama under the direction of Adrian Thompson. They have more than 300 students in their band.
Well, they sound good, so let's listen in.
And here we have the title float from the heart.
What a cute theme, Eric.
They've stolen our heart this year. We're so glad everything's back.
And I was reading over some of the float themes. So Braveheart, one of my favorite movies. Queen of Hearts.
And since this is the Super Crew, they have some of those big, huge floats.
They do.
The Bacca Gator I'm waiting for. That looks awesome this year.
That's always a good one.
Yeah.
Bacchanality. I love that they work Bacca into as many names as possible.
Bacca Kong.
Yes, Bacca Kong.
I'm actually wearing Bacca Kong socks tonight.
Well, you know you're going to have to show those off at some point, right? All right, so guys, remember this float. This is the theme, From the Heart. You'll see it throughout the parade. Again, more than 30 floats tonight, and we will be here to take you through all of them.
We'll be right back. Stay right there.
Bacchus remembers when.
I love my costume. I feel like the pages came through and they looked amazing and they were excited. And just feeding off that kiddie energy, you know. I feel like once we turn off Chapatulas, those kids are gonna explode. And I know I'm gonna be able to feed into that.
And Sheba, this is one of my favorite floats, and it's near and dear to my heart because a lot of my friends are on this from the hospitality industry.
Nice.
And they just have a great time. As I told you earlier in the show, they're throwing actual food this year. They're throwing red beans and rice.
Reese, catch some of that, girl. We hungry. I love this float. So much Orleans. The whole point is to honor the hospitality industry. I think it means even more this year as we are coming, hopefully, out of this pandemic. So many people in the hospitality industry were impacted, and so this float is to celebrate them. It's here every year, but again, I think it has special meaning as we return to tourism and getting things back to normal.
And this is a three
tandem.
Float.
Yeah.
3 tandem float.
Right, because usually
float.
Yeah, it's a 3 float. Yeah, it's a 3-part. So it's like the double cheeseburger with another piece of meat on it.
There you go.
This is a big one, guys. You got the big crawfish up front, featuring all the good New Orleans foods.
I know.
I can't wait to see what Cherise catches on.
And I'll tell you what, when they were first coming in, they were throwing stuff on there like it was 1,000 things a second.
I know. Look at them throwing. You can tell they're still having a great time. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Right into our camera. And you can see they got the big stuffed hearts.
There was one year I was down in the crowd before we started doing the broadcast.
Yeah.
And I saw a friend of mine, and he threw this humongous fish at me.
A fish?
Just a giant stuffed fish.
Okay.
And I was trying to take his picture to send it to him.
Hilarious.
And it knocked the camera out of the hands and everything.
All
it was
right, St. Aug marching into the convention center.
Yeah, the St. Augustine Marching 100, one of the great high school bands, not just here, but in America.
Oh my goodness, they've done the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, Rose Bowl Parade, Super Bowl, movies, documentaries, everything. Let's take a listen.
Bacchus' Roman mythology, with leopard-drawn chariots carrying a Roman centurion, animation and...
All right, guys, and this is the Bacchus chariot for the cruise 50th anniversary. They reworked this to reflect Bacchus' Roman mythology. You see the leopard on there, Eric Paulson?
I do. And I got to tell you something, Sheba. We're being streamed, so people all across the country are watching us. My old friend Derek Kevra, who used to do the morning show weather.
Kevra.
Derek is the best. He's watching us up in Detroit.
Yeah.
All happy. He sent me a picture of him watching us on his television up in Detroit, Michigan.
Well, look at that. And thank you to everyone who's joining us from other parts of the country. You're getting a little taste of New Orleans tonight, and this is really the best of us. It really is.
And I'm glad you said that, because it is true. This is when the city comes together, you know, and you hate when there's anything that mars one of the parades.
Right.
But because this is where we show off what we do.
And
what
who
New
we
Orleans,
are.
Yeah, what New Orleans
Earlier
is all
today,
about.
my mom went to a parade. My brother was walking in tow. He used to be on LSU's drum line, and so they did a reunion. She went out there by herself because I was here tonight, and she said that everyone in the crowd helped her cheer for my brother.
Yes, I'm sure.
Held up a sign, videotape. It really is. I say if everyone could be like we are doing Mardi Gras, this city would be just beautiful.
Well, and what I love, when we were on the parade route Saturday, we had my little 5-year-old, and I was with some friends who had their 2 little daughters there, and the floats in Iris and Tux were just so good to the kids.
Yeah, they are, and I do love they pay special attention to the children, many of them enjoying some of their first Mardi Gras. It makes it so special. All right, Cherise, what you catching now, girl?
Okay, if the theme of this is from the heart, Sheba and Eric, I gotta tell you, I'm getting a whole lot of love. Take a look at this. I've got these lovely glasses that a flower. And I told you that I like to collect cups for my kitchen. This is quite possibly the biggest cup that I've ever caught for Mardi Gras. So I don't know how many beers you can get in this one, but I'm starting to think it's a lot. But take a look behind us. We have L.B. Landry's high school band that is marching by. We have had some of the best bands marching through here. St. Aug's, Southern University, Talladega. We've even had Central State University come through, and I am just really excited to see so many people out. Let's take a quick look at L.B. Landry High School.
I was so glad when L.B. Landry came in. My old buddy Wilbert Rawlins is the band director there. He's done a great job with that school. And you know, all these schools who march in parades, they go to parade after parade after parade.
Sometimes multiple in a day.
I know.
And they look so great. These young kids are so talented and have such great energy. I'm also glad to see Cherise getting the love she deserves. She's got so much stuff down there, Eric.
Who's going to carry all that home for her?
Well, we can help. I've been trying to get you a heart for years.
Well,
so we might catch you one tonight, Eric.
I need those heart-shaped sunglasses so people know I can wear my heart on my face.
Eyes. I love it.
It's fun. I'll tell you what, marching bands really do make a parade.
This was always my dream, to be one of the flag twirlers, Eric. Don't you think I have potential?
Oh, you could totally do it.
Yeah. It's still my dream. I'm not going to let it die.
I'm just waiting to see you on stage one day, because you know all the words to every song.
I do, exactly. And actually, for our next float, I have a song prepared for you, but I'm not going to ruin it yet. It's actually a duet, so I will need your help, okay?
Oh, yeah. Elton John and Kiki D.
And you know I love me some Elton John. I can also see Chris Franklin out of the corner of my eye. He's giving us a little shimmy and a little shake as he calls the parade tonight.
I thought he was up on the main stage.
No, he's right next to us. He's been dancing. All right, here's the float. Look on the front there. Don't go breaking my heart. Remember, the theme tonight is from the heart.
I know.
So they did the Elton John song, Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Don't go breaking my heart. I couldn't if I tried.
So are you Elton or Kiki D?
You know, I'm both, it sounds like, because you're not holding it down.
I am sweating here.
You are.
Sweating.
You're getting nervous talking about all this love,
I am.
Paulson.
I am nervous talking about. No, I'm nervous about you talking about me getting a heart.
Hilarious. So yeah, they went with Elton John on the front of this one, which I love. This is a fun float. And look at the stuff flying off there. Remember, guys, this parade has been all the way through the city, down St. Charles on the route. This is the last stop in the convention center as these crews throw everything they've got left to the crowd that's been waiting for them here. And this kicked off several hours ago.
Yeah.
We were here as people started coming into the convention center. The music was
some
going.
of the guys were wearing Elton John glasses, which I like.
I love that.
And I'll tell you what, when I was at the convention center on Friday, they were loading up so much stuff on these floats.
Oh my goodness. And
actually, when I was in the King's chair, sitting in Josh Duhamel's throne.
You're never gonna let that go, are you?
No.
Okay.
No.
But look who's arrived, Eric, the Blue Jays. It's Jesuit.
That's my oldest son's
I was waiting for you to say
alma mater.
There you go.
as we watch the Jesuit Blue Jays band. We will take a break and be right back.
Yes, our coverage continues though. We'll see you in a few.
Sheba, this is a special float. This is the United States Military Decoration awarded by the President to those who are killed or wounded in action while serving this country in the military. The Purple Heart was created on April 5th, 1917.
Wow. So
This tandem float is paying tribute to these great men and women of our armed forces.
And they certainly deserve the respect and the honor. I'm glad that they have this float to honor them.
Yeah, and especially right now while we're sending military personnel over to Europe with the invasion of Ukraine. They're helping with defending some of the NATO countries who are close to the Ukraine border. And you know, you never know who you're going to see on one of these floats.
No, one of them actually just came very close to us. They threw us some beads.
Well, I saw a friend of mine on the float there.
And wasn't that Clark Brennan?
Clark
in
was
the
on
front?
the officers, yes.
Yes.
And then when I was sitting in the King's Throne on Friday.
Oh my God, I'm gonna count how many times you.
Maybe
Eric,
a few.
You're on 10.
Zach Streif walked in. He was loading up his float.
We love Zach Streif.
Yeah. And we're hoping the Saints have a great year under Dennis Allen.
There you go.
A great bunch of years under Dennis
right,
Allen.
exactly. A whole new era, but a great one.
And this is Edna Carr.
This is Edna
Edna
Carr.
Carr,
I
high
like
school
those
band.
headpieces tonight.
You know, I think every parade I've been in, I've seen most of these bands in every parade.
Yeah, same. They have to be so tired right now. This is, of course, the Carr Cougars under the direction of Christopher Herrero. They always do such an amazing job.
Well, the one thing good about having high school bands, they're young.
Yes, they've got energy. So let's listen to some of it.
All right, the Edna Carr High School Band.
The Carr Cougars.
Wait, now, which part did you want to do again in the parade?
I want to be the baton twirlers.
Can you twirl a baton?
No, but that's why it's a dream, Eric, and do not crush it.
I want to be the drummer.
The
One of
drummer or the
drummers.
drum major?
No, the big, the drum major.
You want to be
awesome,
the drum
yeah.
major.
But I wouldn't mind doing the drum. Although I don't know, when I was on St. Charles on Saturday, and when the bands would come by and they got
Sure.
those big bass drums they're pounding, I don't know how they don't go deaf.
No, they're massive.
All right.
Oh, so I was excited for this one too.
Yeah.
This is actually the title float coming back around, not a new float. So remember, the float is from the heart, and they're making that loop
They make
around
that
the
loop around the
convention
convention
center. So
center,
yeah,
yeah.
you're going to see some of them twice. But we should see the title float twice to remind you of the theme from
Well,
the heart.
as we always say, it's so nice we see it twice.
That's beautiful, Eric. You know what? I want one of those little heart-shaped pillows to rest my head on tonight.
They've got a lot of heart-shaped everything.
They do. It's cute.
Yeah. And look you can see all the tables where people had been sitting. Everybody's going up by the barricades.
Oh, in fact, they're
'Cause they wanna be
standing
close.
on the chairs at the tables.
Oh, yeah.
We've actually got one of the floats about to come pretty close to us now, Eric, so I'm going to need you to get your throw me something mister on so we can catch something.
Oh, that's right. They come around our way.
Use that famous face to get us some good stuff. Yeah, the energy here is just unbelievable at the Bacchus Rendezvous, and it goes on. Again, these crews carry this on for days. Most people are celebrating, going to multiple parades, then they're either riding or coming to the Bacchus Rendezvous. We never get tired of a good time, Eric.
Well, and it's only been 2 years since we had Mardi Gras. It seems like 10.
I agree, and it feels like that energy's just inside us. So here we are tonight. We're letting it out. We're going to continue
There
our
you
coverage
go.
of the Bacchus Rendezvous after a quick break.
Bacchus remembers when.
The greatest community event I've ever seen. There had to be over 5 million people. I've been in front of a lot of people, but not like that. It's pretty awesome.
Jim Caviezel, who was Bacchus in 2017, and the Bacchatality float just came by us, and I saw a bunch of my friends, Tommy Zadanovich and a bunch of other guys. They threw me these measuring cups that Bacchatality is throwing, and Sheba, I'm giving them to you because I know you cook so well.
Oh, yes, I need that to whip something up. But listen, look what's passing right now. So I was excited about the Elton John float, but one of my favorite movies of all time is Braveheart with Mel Gibson. And under the theme, they did Braveheart as their float theme.
Yeah, that's back when we liked Mel Gibson.
That's a good one. I like that they're taking the theme in different ways. Some are doing movie titles, some are doing cliche sayings, but all from the heart tonight. And
you know, when we say super crew, these guys are a super crew.
It's true.
You know, they started back in 1968, Sheba.
Ooh. Yeah, so much history here tonight.
And it's just so cool to see this. And you know, if you do a little research on who was Bacchus starting way back when,
yeah,
you know, a lot of big stars Some of you may not know because they were a little before your time.
That's true.
But they have had a wealth of huge stars come down and are thrilled to be Bacchus.
Oh my goodness, and what an amazing honor. We're looking at St. Paul's though right now. The Marching Wolves High School Band, they are out of Covington under the direction of Andrew Moran tonight. So let's listen to them, and they're moving.
Making another round is Blue 5, Bacchus' Chariot.
I'm catching a couple of new things, so we're sticking to the theme. Oh, my little thing that I caught broke. That's okay, though. We're sticking to the theme from the heart, and everything that they have has been, of course, from the heart. And my latest little trinket here is, I don't know if you can see it, it's on my head right now. I don't know if this is just heart or devil horns. I have no idea, but it's very cute. We have already racked up a lot of throws. There are so many things here. Here's another little thing that I think I've kind of like broken when it hit the ground, but it's okay. We're still having a good time here, and the floats are still going by. I'm still waiting for my Warren Easton band to show up, but let's take a look at the next float. It is Bacchus Amore. Take a look at this. Oh, and it is definitely heart theme. Let's see what I can get from this one. Hey! Woo! Hey!
All right, and Sharice, you got to hold on to those devil ears for Aaron. That is definitely meant for you.
Oh yeah, I took a pair of those home.
Yeah,
I left
Eric,
on
I'll have
Friday.
a pair for you, my love.
Oh,
I think
thank
that
you.
this would fit you just well.
Oh yeah. You all know me too well, but this is a beautiful float too.
Yeah, this is gorgeous.
And I was waiting for Sheba to go Bacchus Amore, but you got it right, Bacchus Amore.
Amore, that's amore.
Oh.
Bacchus Amore. Eric,
She'll do the rest of the show in Italian. It's gonna be great.
exactly, I will. Let's talk a little bit about this one, though. Bacchus' companion is Cupid, in case folks don't know, who, of course,
I did not
shoots
know that.
arrows into your heart. So there you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
I didn't know that Bacchus and Cupid ran together either.
Well, you give a little wine.
Yeah, and a little bit of love and life, and it all goes together. All right, we've got the Kennedy High School Band approaching, so we've got more great music on the way. They are under the direction of Keith Thomas, showing some love from Gentili. Let's listen in.
great, the
right.
Kennedy High School Band. Sheba, the next float is one you're going to love. It's
Oh,
my
I
float.
already know. This one is meant for you, Eric. I know you have a lot of friends riding in this parade, and I wonder if they had you in mind when they put the theme up.
You mean if I only had a heart? But one thing we do know about If I Only Had a Heart, it's from The Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Which you and I both agree is one of the greatest movies of all time.
It's the greatest movie of all time.
There you go.
We're claiming it. We're claiming this one.
And it was made in 1939. I love that movie because they used to run it on television every year. Now they run it a lot more than that.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up, you know, you'd wait for that time when they'd run The Wizard of Oz.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's timeless, it's classic, and so here it is finally approaching. You see Dorothy and all of her friends, the Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow, and of course this float dedicated to the Tin Man there, trying to find his little heart, Eric.
Well, he did get to Oz and get a heart.
Do you feel like that's a kindred spirit for
Well,
you?
I came on the show and I met you and I got a heart.
Oh, now see, you are being nice tonight. I like whatever you got in that cup, okay?
Boy, you're gullible, you know that?
This one is cute.
Yeah.
I think my favorites so far have been the movie-themed ones. We've seen Braveheart, now we're seeing The Wizard of Oz. They've got some great ones.
And it really is a classic film. You know, kids like it. The part where the flying monkeys come out, when you're a kid, that's very scary.
Oh yeah, they are frightening.
But the Wizard of Oz, the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and the Lion.
I love this one. This
You know,
one just aesthetically is beautiful.
If I only had the nerve.
If only had the nerves. The heart, the nerve.
I actually have a big blow-up picture of that in my game room downstairs.
Oh wow. I love it so much too that I love the spin-off The Wiz with Diana Ross and Michael
That was a
Jackson.
great movie.
Ooh! This is great.
Oh, and remember I talked about one of my favorite floats. Bacchus is about to make its entrance into the convention center.
That's
so,
exciting.
Yeah, and it's a monster float.
This was actually the first tandem float in Carnival, so it's a big one. We're gonna get there in just a second. First, we got some more music making its way through the convention center.
And we love the marching bands.
They bring all the energy. Could you imagine just watching the floats without the bands? It would not have the same vibe.
Well, it just wouldn't be that much fun.
This is
Oh,
the
the Roots of Music. My buddy Tab Derek Tab has this. Derek Tab formed this group, and he got to be CNN's Person of the Year. I mean, he's done so much great work with these guys.
And you can hear it tonight, so let's listen into them. I love that they get to the convention center, Eric, and they're ready to put on a show for this crowd.
Well, and they do put on a show. They have gone all over the country playing.
Right.
I mean, they're high in demand. So anyway, we'll be back with more of Bacchus 2022.
Don't go anywhere. Stand by.
All right, I just heard Chris Franklin say this is one of the most impressive floats in all of Carnival, and he is right.
It is the first tandem float created in 1986, and look how massive it is. Look at the gator on the front.
Well, and you don't really understand how big it is till you're by it. When I was here on Friday, I walked by that thing. It takes like 10 minutes to walk by it.
The gator alone is
Well, maybe I'm
105 feet long.
That's-
Like, it's
I walk
crazy
slow.
to imagine. Look at how impressive it is. Then
It
it's
is
moving.
beautiful.
This is so cool. This float carries 114 riders. It's massive.
And there's history behind this. It was originally part of the gates at the 1984 Louisiana World Exposition, the World's Fair. You weren't here then.
I was not yet.
You were not
Eric.
alive
I
yet.
was not even a thought.
That was one of the greatest shows on earth.
That's amazing.
That was so much
this
fun.
is cool that the history gets to carry on now as part of Bacchus every year, again, since 1986. Impressive then and impressive now, Eric.
It is. And it really is. It's monstrous. You know, and you don't realize how long it is. It takes a
No.
long time just to roll by
Look
us.
at the energy on this float. We said 114 riders, and look at them just throwing.
I'm still impressed that they can make that around turns and corners
It
as they
is
come
so
down
true
the
without
parade
any
route.
problems. That one is just beautiful. So many of these, I always say, it's nice to have the opportunity to see them if you can visit the float dens outside of Carnival, because I think when you're up close trying to catch, you really can't take in how beautiful they are.
All right, here's Warren Easton, Charter High School Band.
All right, Warren Easton! Taking a look at my beautiful, beautiful Warren Easton Eaglettes, and they look fabulous. You better go, girls. You better go, girls. Every time I see them, guys, I am so proud of them. The Warren Easton Eaglettes. My sister and I were both Eaglettes, and I had the honor recently, as of last year, at being inducted into the Warren Easton Hall of Fame. And I absolutely, positively love 3019 Canal Street. They are absolutely amazing. I mean, Warren Easton is just so great. My high school is here. My college just passed by. I mean, honestly, what more can you ask for? So let's give you an update on some of the throws that I've caught. Obviously, you see this here. I don't necessarily know what this represents, but it's cute.
You
And
look adorable.
Thank you so much. I will continue to wear it. And I'm thinking that this must kind of be the signature throw here, this kind of throw up Bacchus bead, and it has the kind of chalice, I guess, that you would wear here. So that's been the signature throw all evening.
By the way, Sharice, is there any school you haven't gone to here?
You are so silly.
Oh my goodness. I'm just excited because we all choose to participate in one of the best parades throughout Mardi Gras. The Queen of Hearts parade, the float rather, is right behind me. So let's take a look at that one. Oh, look, come on. Oh, he's got to give, I got me a good one, guys. All right, so Eric Sheba, I've got something to bring up to you. It looks like we got a couple of beats here.
That's a big one.
It says Bacchus from the heart. They've been taking very good care of us and definitely sticking to the theme from the heart.
You're getting some good stuff.
Yeah, you're
Sharice,
getting really good
Sharice.
stuff.
I hope you drove a pickup truck here tonight to take all that stuff home.
Oh no, I hope I have one too. I was asking for a bag actually. I got kind of excited because I thought they were throwing $100 bills.
Well, hold on. If they are, we're going to come down there with you,
we'll be down in a
okay?
minute.
You just,
It says for motion picture use only,
That
but they
is
make it
hilarious.
look so real. I guess this is how they do it in the movies.
give it to Eric. He'll try to use it. Uh-oh.
All right,
McDonough 35 coming through. Watch out, Sharice.
McDonough 35 Senior High School Band. I think I've seen them in about 12 parades already this year. So.
They sound so good, though. We love it. And
And
this
here
is
comes-
the next float.
here comes our
I
next
heart New Orleans.
I'll interpret that. I love New Orleans.
Good job, Eric. I'm very proud of you. You've clearly done your research.
Well, you know, I've
This
been studying up on
celebrates
this.
everything we love about New Orleans: food, music, architecture, culture, festivals, and Mardi Gras, all depicted on this float. Eric, what do you love most about New Orleans?
Well, I'll tell you what, I love the people,
That's what I always say.
and when you're out on the parade route during carnival season, it's just amazing.
It is. Look, we
People
got
are
some.
so friendly.
We got some throws coming in. Remember, Sharice caught us some cool stuff. It's finally made its way over here, and we got some friends visiting us. Hey there!
Well, if we can come back on us for a second.
We
Up
got
in
some
the control
friends
room.
with us, guys. Look who we got here.
This is Conrad Jackson and his son.
Hey.
They actually got to the father and son. So this is Charles. He was a page this year.
You look so handsome. Did you have a good time? He says, yes, ma'am.
All right, they were one of two father and son groups on the float tonight, on the King's float.
Beautiful.
Because Josh Jamel and his son Alex were there. Axel were there.
Tell us about the ride.
It was very exhilarating, very tiring.
Are you tired now?
My feet are.
That means you did your job, sir.
Okay, so here's Charles, here's his father, and here's Grandpa.
How was the ride?
Exhilarating, as Charles said.
Oh, it doesn't sound like your voice is gone. That means you guys did this right.
I was pivoting to Charles because he did all the work.
There you go. And Chris Sinak, you actually are the master of
Pages.
the pages.
Page master, yes.
And your son-in-law, your favorite son-in-law,
I have one daughter, that's right. That's why it's my favorite.
is taking over. And it is a thrill for these kids. And especially for a father to ride on the float with your son. That's got to be awesome. And I'm sure Josh felt the same way with Axel.
Let me just put it to you this way. We have 1,700, 1,800 members. If every one of them had a boy or two, about 5,000 little boys, and we can have 20.
It's a lot.
Good time.
All right.
The odds are not good.
I'm glad you guys had a great
for stopping
ride.
by. You're going to enjoy the party now, right?
We're here. The party's right here.
The party's right here. You got it. Have a great time.
Thank you, guys.
All right. That is good. It's so cool to see that. And I remember when my son rode, it was the thrill of a lifetime.
Yeah, that was so cute. And you can see how exhausted they are, Eric. But let's get some more music in our lives.
All right, George Washington Carver High School Band. Well, this is the float that I've been waiting for, Bacchus Kong.
Bacchus Kong.
And I told you, Sheba, I'm wearing socks, my Bacchus Kong socks.
You know I'm going to need you to kick that foot up here.
Well, I'm not sure I can get it up that high.
It's Mardi Gras. You can do anything you
Here,
believe.
Shelby's got a shot of it.
Kick it out there.
There's the
Oh, those are good, Eric.
Aren't those cool socks?
Yeah, I love that. And as we mentioned, since 2015, this crew has made a big effort to throw a lot more than just plastic beads because they feel like they're just eliminating some of that waste by throwing things that people will keep and actually use, like your little socks. You're going to wear those on the morning news?
By the way, the Bacchus Kong has been around for a long time. It first appeared in the fourth Bacchus parade.
Wow.
Back in 1972. Phil Harris was Bacchus that year.
Wow.
$20 if you know who Phil Harris is.
No.
Okay.
You should have made the bet for
Save
more
my
money.
$20.
Well, who is he?
He was an actor, comedian.
In what year, Eric?
The 60s and 70s.
He loves to play these quiz games with me. 50 years before I was born. All right, but this is the cool thing. The Bacchus Kong family, of course, has the Queen, King, and Baby Kong is always. Look, that's Baby.
It is, yes.
Baby Kong is always my favorite.
It's the Bacchus Kong family float.
So cute.
And it's
I
a
love
monster
Baby
float,
Kong.
no pun intended.
Right. And look at that beautiful queen. Lipstick, little headband. She's a beauty, Eric.
Yeah. But look at the work that goes into that.
Yeah, this is a good one.
And you look at what Kern Studios has done.
And that's what I was saying. Sometimes I think when you're just out in the crowd, you don't get to take in the float. You're so close up trying to get stuff from the riders.
Yeah.
They're really a spectacle. They're beautiful.
It's kind of fun to be able to see it on television like this when we do this live like this.
Yeah.
It's a great way to show just, you know, all the beauty of a parade like this.
Exactly. And you can kind of sit back and take in some of the elements that you missed when you're out on the street, which is, of course, a really fun experience. But this is a different view.
And if you're watching this at home with the kids, put them on the couch and throw beads at them. It'll be kind of fun.
I love that, Eric. All right, more music coming your way. This is the Destrehan High School Band from St. Charles Parish. They're under the direction of Christopher Williams. And here they go marching their way on in. Look at those pom-poms flying.
And
they're looking good.
Destrehan High School goes back a long time. It was 1924.
Yeah, this one has a lot of history. All right, there go the cheerleaders with a little dance there. All right, girls.
And I love how they keep up their spirit the entire way, whether they're going through heat or cold, rain or shine.
Oh my goodness, yes. All right, Destrehan High School playing some music for us. Get it, guys.
They sound good.
They sound great. All right.
I'll tell you what, before we get to Follow Your Heart, the guys in the band, the guys with the drum, throwing their hair around and they were bouncing.
Oh, my goodness.
It was great to watch them.
It is.
And they're showmen. I like that.
Oh my goodness, that's what this is all about. Showcase of all the amazing talent in this city.
And again, with From the Heart, the theme of Bacchus this year, Follow Your Heart. What a gorgeous float, too.
This one's actually based off of a movie, too. I'm not familiar with it, but it's a Hallmark movie about a traveler who left her Amish ways but returns home to settle her father's affairs and is tempted to return to her former lifestyle. Now, have you seen this one?
No, but there's like a jillion Hallmark movies.
That's what I was about to
love
say.
Yeah.
They all have some common themes in there, so this is fun. Somebody on the fan must be a big float in this movie, Eric.
Yeah. Or someone has Google, one of the two.
That is true.
All right, as we watch Eleanor McMain Magnet School. Oh, it's Cohen, I'm sorry.
Oh, this
Cohen.
is Cohen. Oh, okay.
McMain, he'll be coming in a little while.
They're coming soon.
But they look great. All right, as we watch the band, we'll take a break and be right back with more of Bacchus 2022.
got another float making their way over to us. This is Groove is in the Heart. And remember, the theme this year is From the Heart. So this float depicts the American dance band D-Light's memorable song, Groove is in the Heart. It was released in 1990. The song was a hit in many countries. It actually reached #1 in Australia. And we've seen this theme, From the Heart, worked out in many different forms tonight. Movies, songs, cliche sayings, they've all been a lot of fun. This one is super colorful, and I love the interpretation of the theme here. But if you're just joining us, this is live coverage from the Bacchus Rendezvous inside the Morial Convention Center. And this is a great shot to look at the crowd here tonight. We know we missed Mardi Gras last year, and I think you can just feel the energy and excitement return here to the convention center. If you were out throughout the city this weekend going to parades, you saw the return of the crowds. This is such a good time, though. You can see the tables here and then the folks standing on their chairs at the front so that they can reach out to the floats, because as the floats make their way into the convention center, they are just unloading all the stuff they have left. You got to remember, the crews have so much energy when they reach here, but they've been going through the city all day long. This is the end. This is the party, the Bacchus Rendezvous, and we are so glad to be here celebrating tonight. We've got more music coming to you. The Martin Luther King Jr. Band is approaching, and these bands love to put on a show when they get to the convention center, so let's listen to them.
All right, we have the MLK Junior High School, excuse me, MLK Senior High School Marching Band that is coming through. Let's take a quick listen in. We just saw the MLK Senior High School Band. These people are just walking through our shot, but they're crossing here. We have the crossover section right now. I actually have glasses that finally work. I'm going to be lighting up the entire room in a second if I keep catching all of the signature throws and actually the signature glasses as well. We've seen a number of marching bands, some that are from right here in New Orleans, some from surrounding areas and surrounding parishes, even a band all the way from Ohio, Central State University. But it has been such a good time. Everyone here has been in very good spirits. I mean, take a look at all the people. They all have an amazing throws. I don't know if we can pivot that way, but they have amazing throws here. Oh wait, no, we're not gonna pivot that way because we actually have another float behind us, and this one is float 17. One team, one heartbeat. My heartbeat leads black and gold. It is of course, LSU and Saints themed float. And it is reflecting that right at the top of the float. Look at that. All right, it is definitely decked out in LSU Tiger gear, Sheba.
Charisse, I want to hear you say, my heart bleeds black and gold 3 times fast.
My heart beats black and gold. My heart bleeds black and gold. My heart bleeds black and gold, baby.
You are good.
Charisse, you were beautiful. What everybody wanted to hear was Eric trip over that. So, Mr. Paulson, I know you like a setup, but it's your turn.
One heartbeat. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
My heart bleeds black and gold.
Wait.
My heart bleeds black and gold. My heart bleeds black and gold.
Is it bleeding black and gold?
Bleeds black and gold.
You're a mess.
Bacchus up next.
They found a way to get our sports teams in here.
And look at that.
That's a creative twist on the theme. And I love every time we see Charisse, she is doing her job because she's about to be covered in throws.
And you know who's one of the great kings, one of the great Bacchus was Drew Brees.
Yeah, there you go.
Back in the Breeze was Bacchus.
Beautiful. All right, so let's get some dinosaur love in here. Bacchusaurus, look how cute.
It is kind of a cool float.
He's adorable. He's 47 years old now, Eric. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
He's older than you. Look at that.
He reminds me of the dinosaur that was on the Flintstones.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to think
Is
of
that
his name.
Dino the dinosaur?
Dino. But wasn't Dino purple?
I don't know what color it was.
Okay,
He just reminds me of him.
I got you. You got the same facial features.
Exactly.
Eric, you're a mess. This one was introduced back in the 1970s. He's a cool one. And, you know, I love the ones that move.
And, you know, when we talk about the history of this parade, they've tried to keep the same floats. They change some every once in a while.
Sure, but they keep those
try
classic
to keep the classic ones because
Yeah.
people do expect that in the Bacchus parade. And this is, I mean, when you say it's larger than life,
Yeah.
it really is larger than life.
That one's impressive. All right, but we've got more music, great floats. This is the McKinley High School Band from Baton Rouge. They're under the direction of Alan Charlo. Let's take a listen.
All right, McKinley sounded great. Let's get to the Young at Heart.
Oh.
This is my story.
This is your story and a 1954 musical movie starring Frank Sinatra and Doris Day.
So you know who both those are, right?
Of course.
Okay.
I don't know this movie, though. Do you?
Actually, a very good movie.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
The song was also great, too.
Oh, but the Bacchus actually did this one to represent our seniors who live active and productive lives. I love that.
There you go, because they're young at heart.
Young at heart, forever young. I have a song for every float.
You do have a song for every float, which is good. And these guys on the float, they're having such a good time.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I love that we spoke with one of the pages and riders earlier. They are exhausted.
Well,
voices are gone, understandably.
But they both said it was exhilarating.
They said exhilarating. Both used the same word, like father, like son.
And I think Charles, the young boy we talked to, I think he might 10 or 11.
Yeah, he was so cute.
Did you know exhilarating at 10 or 11?
Probably not.
Yeah, me too. But I'd never ridden in a parade either.
There you go. It is a whole different take on Mardi Gras.
And this crew, as we mentioned, this is Clark Brennan. Clark Brennan had told me that this was actually the largest amount of riders they've ever had, 1,700.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so we know we're talking about hospitality. When we talk about Bacchus, this next float is Eat Your Heart Out, Eric. And you know we love to eat down here. I see the hamburger and fries coming toward us, and I kind of want to taste them.
Well, when people say, what's it like to work with Sheba, I tell them, eat your heart out.
Thank you, Eric. I think that's a compliment.
It was. And I'm eating my heart out for, I'm kind of jealous of Cherise down on the parade route.
She's
She's
getting
so much
everything
stuff.
good. Yeah, we got to check in to see if she caught some food.
Oh, yeah, they are throwing food.
Yeah, you did say that.
The Bacchitality float was throwing food.
All right.
I wish I caught food. Let's see if they have something that's actually edible on this float.
Yeah, get us a snack, Cherise.
I would like a couple of snacks. Hey! Woo! Oh, give me that one! Yeah, give me that one! Okay, I got something really cute for you guys. You guys are gonna love this one. It is Bacchus, Eat Your Heart Out, and it's like a meat cleaver or something.
Oh, that's
Can
kind
you
of
tell
cool.
I don't cook often? Is that what it's called? Yes.
Actually, you're waiting for some food. I was at the Bacchus Rendezvous one year. This is probably about 5-10 years ago. And one of my friends threw me a po' boy off the float.
Now that is a beautiful catch.
I was impressed.
That's a treat.
Well, we have another band that is walking by. Let's take a listen in. This is the James Singleton Charter School. We have the dancers here. The band is just marching on by. And this parade is certainly starting to pick up. We have more people throwing even better throws. I wish I could show you guys all the things that I have over here. I mean, I am getting all types of stuff. I've gotten things from Bacchus Kong. I've gotten things, what is this? This says from the heart. It's a little glow stick here. So, like I said, in a minute, I'm going to be lighting up this room myself with all of the throws that I have around my head and my neck and on my head. I've even had a couple of people try to take a couple of things, but they are certainly sticking to the theme here. Look, we're having a really good time. I know that we're just so excited to be back here, Eric and Sheba. I've been having so much fun because we have actually missed this, and I've heard this in the crowd a couple of times. People were just ready for this energy to return to New Orleans. It is not just being felt here, but out in the streets of New Orleans when you walk through the neighborhoods, Uptown and Mid-City and downtown. Oh, look, the famous Bacchus is now coming up. Let's take a look and see what we get here.
Another really cute float. This one is 85 feet long. Another one of these huge
It's amazing.
floats. It's a whale, of course, carrying 75 riders.
This has been around since, this is one of the younger floats since 1991.
Yeah, and I love that they make clear that he's a friendly whale, Eric.
I thought all whales, except for killer whales, were friendly.
I'm not really sure. I haven't met any whales lately.
Well, the killer whales probably are not, but what was it? Was a Shamu a killer whale?
I think Shamu was
Well,
a
Shamu
killer.
was pretty friendly, though.
You know I love Eric Paulson on air questions. Was Shamu a killer whale? Stick to the Bacchus. He's a friendly whale, okay?
And I'll tell you what, this is a whale of a float. You look at the detail in this.
Cute, and the lights and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, they've even got a little.
I like a little steam coming out of the blowhole.
Yeah, steam coming out of the top.
It's called a blowhole.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right.
It's still on the top.
It is
We're not
on the
going to
top.
fight tonight, Eric. We were just talking about Mardi Gras bringing everyone together, okay?
By the way, the friendly whale made his first appearance to celebrate the opening of the Audubon Zoo's Aquarium of the Americas on the riverfront.
That is very special.
I do remember when it opened. That was pretty awesome, too.
We have such a great aquarium, too.
Yeah.
All right, more music. John Ayers High School Band from Marrero. Take it away, guys.
All right, as we watch the band, we'll take another break and be back with more of the Bacchus 2022 Rendezvous. Sheba, while we were on the break, I was just taking a long look around the Morel Convention Center here, This is an amazing sight.
It is.
I mean, it really is. It's just amazing. And the kind of neat thing is they're paying us to be here.
Yeah, that is the beautiful thing, Eric Paulson. It is such a great space to be in tonight, guys. The energy here in the convention center is amazing. As Bacchus makes its way here tonight for the Bacchus Rendezvous, you're looking at the next float. The theme tonight is From the Heart. And so this float pays tribute to heart surgeons.
And let me tell you what, we have some amazing heart surgeons in this town.
Oh, we do, yes.
We're a mecca for the medical community.
It's so true.
And it's really grown over the years. They're saying that there are approximately 4,000 heart surgeons or cardiologists in the U.S. who handle 655,000 heart attacks a year.
Wow, yeah, they do some amazing work, saving lives. So it's beautiful that they have this float tonight to pay tribute to them.
And I'll tell you what, a friend of mine is a heart surgeon, and the work they do is amazing.
It is, and he still hasn't fixed your heart, though, so that's
well, he's still looking for
another conversation.
It's the great hunt.
But again, it has been really cool to see the different interpretations of the theme tonight, from movies to music to things that pay tribute to the military and heart surgeons. I love it. All right. Booker T. Washington High School Band approaching. Here they come marching in their red and white. They look great.
It's one of a number of KIPP schools around town.
All right, and they're gearing up for that performance as they head into the convention center,
By the way,
Eric.
this is interesting. This KIPP school has a long history in New Orleans. When Louis Armstrong reigned over the crew of Zulu, his ball was held in the school's auditorium.
All right, well, they're about to do him some honor. Let's listen in.
Watching Booker T. Washington High School Band as they march through the Montreal Convention Center. And this crowd is pumped. I mean, we've been going on for what, an hour, 2 hours maybe? I lose track of time.
Yeah, no, about 2 hours now, you're right. And we've seen so many great bands, amazing floats.
Well, and nobody stopped their enthusiasm. Nobody stopped their joy.
Yeah, and if you've been watching our live coverage, you're probably noticing now, if you look out into the crowd, you're seeing some of the riders who have gotten off their floats and now join the Bacchus Rendezvous. So listen, when they get here, guys, they've ridden through the entire city, and the party is just getting started for them.
Yeah, this rendezvous will go on till the wee hours of the morning. I've never stayed for the whole thing because I've always had to work on Monday.
That's right. We never make it that far, but I hear it's an amazing time. And just visually, as you were saying, if you turn around, it's stunning.
It is. It really is. And everybody in their finest, the evening gowns and the tuxedos.
Yeah, look at the crowd there. You can see all the light-up throws that people have caught, which I think just looks great, of course, at night here in the convention center.
Sheba, I'm ready for a song.
What is it?
Because this is My Heart Will Go On, recorded in 1997 by Celine Dion.
For the Titanic.
As the theme song of the Titanic.
I didn't have to read the card on that one, Eric Paulson.
I know. You want to sing?
Yes. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. Titanic, this is a classic. My Heart Will Go On. And for the record, Jack could have gotten on the door with her. Okay, I'm just going to put it out there.
Wasn't this one of the billion-dollar movies that James Cameron did?
Everyone has seen the Titanic. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Classic. Leonardo DiCaprio.
How old was he at the time? It was 1997. He was young then.
Yeah. He's one of those who still looks young, so it's confusing. But you're right. He's been around for a long time, so I know. Yeah, this is a good one. You had to throw the Titanic in there. One of the best love stories of all time.
I was hoping some guy would be in the front going, I'm the king of the world.
All right, deep in the heart of Texas. This is another
You know
song,
the rest
Eric.
of the words?
What is it?
You know the rest of the words?
The stars at night are big and bright. You see how to put my Texas accent on? Again, I don't need the cards for the song ones.
Yeah,
you know
I know that.
You know I love singing. This is a good
This is a
one.
1941 song sung by June Hershey. The score by Don Swander.
Okay.
A number of notable recordings. People who have done this song.
Yeah.
Bing Crosby, Gene Autry, Ray Charles,
And yeah, they've had
Perry
some great
Como. How many of these guys do you actually know?
Ray Charles, Bing Crosby. Yeah.
Gene Autry was a cowboy singer. Perry Como was a big singer in the 60s, 50s, and 60s.
Did you
I
see
think.
the big state of Texas represented on there? The whole float has images of the Lone Star State, and I lived in Texas for a little while after Hurricane Katrina, about a year. I will say Texas has a pride
Oh, yeah.
that is next level, so I'm not surprised that
And-
whoever came up with this theme did Texas for the whole float.
Well, and everything's big in Texas. It's a big float.
It's all big. It fits right in with Bacchus. All right, guys, the party continues on here. We're having a great time. Thank you so much for joining
we're
us.
getting that beautiful view of this, and I love our Bacchus chalice here.
Yeah, this made for a nice table.
I'd like to take it home.
We might have to take this home and drink
Well,
out of it. And look at
I
the
think
crowd
so.
behind us, guys, all lit up as they're catching these throws. We have more coverage of the Bacchus Rendezvous coming up after a quick break.
It's just insane.
All right.
We need to come to us because we have a very special guest with us. We have Bacchus 2022. Josh Duhamel is joining us after his ride.
You
and
must be exhausted.
Oh, man. This is the longest / most exciting, exhilarating, intense day of my life.
Okay.
And what was it like when they called you and said, we'd like you to be Bacchus?
Well, I didn't know what it was because I grew up in North Dakota. I don't mean to be ignorant.
Yeah.
I've been in New Orleans many years. I've been coming here for years.
But never for Mardi Gras.
Never for Mardi Gras. But I always wanted to come, and this was a chance for me to come and do it.
Right.
Jensen Ackles said, hey, they want you to be the king for the Mardi Gras, or for Bacchus, and I said, what does that mean?
It sounds good.
So here I am, and they told me about it. They explained it to me, but you can't really explain the experience that this really is.
Well,
but let me just say, I don't mean to interrupt, but
no,
the one thing that I was most impressed about was the people of New Orleans have incredible hand-eye coordination.
Oh yeah.
They're I think from birth they know how to like snatch stuff out of the air.
We've been
doing this
It was
for years.
incredible. They just bang, they snatch it, bam, they snatch it.
tell you,
little kids, like little infants.
Oh, yeah.
Still like at their pacifiers.
You saw a 5-month-old snatch a bead.
As special as this ride was
It was
for you,
unbelievable.
as special as this ride was for you to be the king, to be Bacchus, you had your son on your float with
I had
you.
my son with me.
Oh.
I had my son with me, and that this stuff isn't as special if you don't have loved ones around you.
So true.
I had my sister, I had my fiance, I had her parents, I had her sister, I had one of my best friends in the world. I had a few friends around. That just, for me to let them enjoy this was.
You gotta do it with family.
Yeah.
That's what New Orleans, that's what Mardi Gras is all about. What was the most surprising part for you?
I think what you just mentioned, Sheba, is that this isn't just about craziness. This isn't just about, doing all kinds like debauchery. This is about family. This is steeped in tradition. New Orleans has, as much, if not more, tradition, family, history than anywhere else in the country. And that's what I really got to experience this week, was really being a part of something so special and so deeply American.
And Josh, how are the crowds? Because you appeal to so many generations. I mean, you were in the Transformers movies, you were in soap opera, you were in a big TV show.
Yeah.
A bunch of movies.
Don't forget Buddy Games. I directed Buddy Games.
Well, there you go.
I'm always going to give that a plug, even though it came out 2 years ago.
Plug it.
But what were the crowds like?
Well, I mean, pure love. Absolute love. I mean, it was excitement. I think part of it was pent up because they didn't get to do it last year.
Right.
This year they got to come out and really sort of let loose, and you could feel that.
Well, and I got to tell you, on Friday I was here at the convention center. I got to walk up onto your float and sit in your throne.
He's only mentioned it 25 times, yeah. Only 25.
Let me tell you what, it's impressive.
Oh man, you are up there.
You are.
Andy Garcia said to me, "Hey, if I can tell you one thing, stick with your tether. Don't pace yourself. Don't drink too much.
Oh yeah.
You're tethered up there, and
that's a far fall.
It's almost like that commercial where you say, I don't get to be king often, but when I do, I prefer to be tethered. Stay tethered, my friends.
Let's talk about the outfit. What does that feel like? Because at Mardi Gras, we do it big. We got the costumes out. It's a whole thing. Your crown is in your hand. You've been wearing it all night long.
You wore it out, actually, didn't you?
Talk about the outfit here. How do you feel dressed as a king?
Did I lose you?
Oh, you might have.
We hear you.
You hear me?
We hear you.
You can't hear us.
And
you
what
can't hear us.
No, I can hear you. What did you ask
How do you
again?
feel? How does the outfit feel dressed as a king?
I mean, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
I put it on. I was like, so when do I get my costume?
But
that's how I dress normally.
But let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
No, it's out there. It's outrageous.
And it's good to be the king.
My crown is falling apart, but I want to put this on Sheba.
Thank you. Please do,
put this
because
on you.
Eric's going to be so jealous,
You
and it's
are-
going to make my
you
life.
are a queen, girl.
Thank you.
There you go. Look at
Thank
that.
you. Let's take it in. Crowns by Josh.
Look
Duhamel.
at
And your
that.
crown's falling apart.
No, it's
when
not,
When
Eric.
did the crown start falling apart in the parade?
I mean, at a certain point, everything starts to fall apart just because
You're doing
just,
everything.
You're throwing, you're waving. Things are just,
And I'll tell you what.
As long as my bib works, that's all I care
The
about.
Pages really loved you. You were at the Pages dinner, and they got to meet you, and it was a big thrill for them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, again, my son is one of them, so I had a special connection to them.
What did your son say about the ride?
I was a little worried because I didn't know if he was going to be able to handle 4 hours of this.
How old is he?
It's a lot coming at you for an 8-year-old kid,
Yeah.
but we took him in there early before we got here, and I got to go introduce him to the guy, his peers, and to see a little 8-year-old kid walk into.
Be careful, the incoming.
They are throwing stuff at you. They see it's you, Josh.
I know. I'm well aware. I was just doing that myself. But to see this kid like sort of acclimate to these other kids and then go have the time of his life that to me is why I wanted to do this, was to share this with my friends and family.
By the way, Sheba, don't let the crown go to your head.
Oh, honey, it already has.
It looks good on her, doesn't it?
I honestly think this is a permanent feature that I will take to the Eyewitness Morning News tomorrow.
Well, your throne went to my head when I was sitting in it.
No, this is great, but I don't know how you wore this all night. It is heavy. You recently shot a new show here in New Orleans.
Yep.
Tell us about that one.
So I did a show called The Thing About Pam with Renee Zellweger, based on a Dateline special about this woman, Pam Hupp, and this guy, Russ Faria, who was wrongly accused of murder after she actually did the deed. And it's I'm a huge fan of Dateline.
We all
Wait,
are.
we're on CBS, aren't we?
Yeah, but that's
never mind.
okay.
Never mind.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Sorry.
We love everyone.
But no, it was an opportunity for me mostly to work with Renee Zellweger.
Yeah.
And the show's awesome. It's a great sort of crime drama.
Where do you feel like a bigger star, when you're on the set or when you were writing tonight?
Tonight.
Oh, yes.
Are you kidding me?
Tonight as the king. When you go back to sets now, you have to tell them, excuse me, I'm the king here.
This is not real world. This is what I have to keep reminding myself. I'm going to go home and I'm going to take this with me. I'm going to put it on at night. I'm going to be like, baby.
Yeah, I'm the king.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the king.
King's hungry. She'll be like, yeah, go heat something up.
Eric tries it around the house. Ask him for some advice on how that works out. So you've been here to shoot. You've had our food. You've had po' boys and red beans and gumbo and all the good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
What are some of your favorites?
I'm a big fan of the gumbo.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of, most of the food I love. I've just, part of my experience this week was going to eat at some amazing restaurants. We went to the Commanders. We went to
Atchafalaya.
I can't
You were
remember the
doing
name
great.
of it.
I was like,
Atchafalaya. We went today. We went to Acme for some oysters before we came here.
Sure.
It's been awesome.
Well, let me ask you this, Josh. Can we break some news? You're engaged right now. Your fiance is here tonight.
Congratulations.
Do we have a date?
We do, but I'm not going to tell you.
I was about to say, you tell the man congratulations.
This is like Inside Edition.
No, I can't
Eric,
tell you that.
You're not. But congratulations to you and your fiance.
Thank you.
And also, we should mention you visited Children's Hospital before the parade today. Tell us about that experience.
Children's Hospital was, again, that's one of the things that, this is all great. This is all fantastic. We're here, celebrating, being back out into the world.
Children's Hospital.
But that stuff's real right there.
Yeah.
That is what it's really about. Yeah. And, to have an opportunity to go do that is really what I love. And if I get a chance to do that, that was probably the highlight of this week.
Well, and that's the really neat part about being Bacchus, because you do get to go help the kids out, and you encourage them. You brighten their day.
I hope so. They brighten my day, that's for sure.
No, that's good.
It's so special. You should know the city appreciates having you, hosting you, and doing things like that while you're here. It means so much to this city.
Josh, I'll tell you what, except for giving Sheba the crown, you've been a great king.
Oh, you don't realize that this is going to haunt him for years to come? And listen,
one
put
more
it right
thing.
there.
Let's say some prayers for the people of Ukraine.
Definitely.
Oh, yes.
All right.
We talked about them earlier, and we are praying.
I love that those people are standing up against what's happening there, and I'm thinking about them.
All right.
We
so
certainly are too.
you want to give us a Hail Bacchus and
Hail Bacchus!
There you go. All right, Josh,
Thank
you very much.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You are a great king.
Thank you, man. You guys are awesome.
So nice meeting you.
I'm going to have to ask that.
We're going to take a picture first. You just wait for it.
All right. Thank you, my friend.
Rendezvous 2022 is going strong, and we're having a good time. Even more bands following us right now. Right behind me is Pierre Capto Marching Band, and we are almost, we're kind of like, we're already past the midway point for the floats. We are right, I'm thinking about float 28, but let's take a listen into the band.
As we watch Pierre Capto Charter School, we are watching Bacchus 2022 wind down. The parade is winding down. We have the man who makes it all happen, Clark Brennan, the crew captain. And when we were talking on Friday, you told me that Josh was a great king. He really is.
Oh, he was so sweet. He's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's been great. His family's great. They're all here. And just for me as the captain to make sure that he enjoys it, of course, but I want his family to enjoy it, and they've had a blast.
How did you guys choose him?
Jensen Ackles, our king, a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
He did
told
mention
me,
Jensen when we spoke
He said
to him.
Josh is the guy you want.
Ah.
Yeah.
And how are the crowds tonight? People have been so pent up and ready to party. We see it here as we watch Heartbreak Hotel go by.
They were phenomenal. Of course, the weather was great, so we got lucky with the weather. Rain
It
this
started
morning.
out bad this morning.
It did.
We said our prayers,
But listen,
and it got good.
Bacchus got that out of here.
Yes, it did. It did. But the crowds were great as always, and it was just great to see the people back doing what they love to do, and that's Mardi Gras.
And Clark, what's your takeaway from this parade today?
Today, great to see normalcy again. Great to see normalcy again. Great to see people out and about and just enjoying life.
I know. Take a look at these crowds behind us. We're showing them right now. What stands out to me is all the lights, right? You guys do such a great job with throws. I think you've gotten more and more creative and not just thrown beads over the years. What were some of your favorites this year?
I had a person ask me today, throw me something useful.
And you guys do. Eric has his socks on. He has Bacchus socks.
I threw her some flip-flops.
Oh, see?
There you go.
I love that.
By the way, how do I get one of these chalices?
Yeah, we do need this to come with us.
You got to call George Schiaffino for that.
Well, that's
Well,
true.
that's his bestie, so we're in good luck here. But you guys do have some great throws. You always bring out new ones each year.
Sure. It's a lot of fun. George Schiaffino is in charge of that department, and they meet all year to come up with these great ideas and different things, and things that people really want.
Right, you have sustainability in this.
Yeah.
You're trying to be friendly to the environment. You're throwing out food.
Yep.
You do a lot of virtual throws, things like that. It was a great parade. Clark, thank you so much.
Thank y'all so much.
Yes,
I appreciate
Clark.
it.
Always good
Thank
to see you. Thank you for having us.
Good night, guys.
You guys
Thank
put
you.
on a
If this is
beautiful
missing,
show.
you didn't know it was us.
Yeah, if this is missing, you know, it's not at WWL. Don't look there.
Just fill it up with some champagne.
Yeah.
There you go. All right,
It'll
Clark.
be a good time.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, and we've got Sarah T. Reed High School Band performing, carrying on this show as we almost get close to the end
Yeah,
of the
we're
parade.
getting close to
Eric.
wrapping it up.
It went
What
by
a great
very
night it's
quickly.
been.
I know.
Well, you know they say when you're having fun, time flies.
Sure, and it is always wonderful. Each year we have gotten a chance to speak with the king. It is nice to see them just talk about enjoying the city. I love that Josh said he'd never been to Mardi Gras.
I know.
And when they asked him to be King Bacchus, he's like, wait, what is that?
Yeah. Well, he got a taste of it tonight.
Well, now he knows. He gave me a taste as he gave me some of his crown, Eric.
Well, he did crown you the queen, I think.
He crowns me the queen.
And then he took
I
it
just
back.
want to know if you're jealous.
No. I got to sit in the throne.
All right, you're right. We all got a little taste there. All
Yeah,
right.
I got a taste of it, yeah.
The
He is
tell-
great. I'll tell you what, he is such a nice guy.
He was very genuine.
And he was taking pictures with all the crew and everything.
So sweet. And I love that he said, you know, a lot of people think of Mardi Gras, if you're just coming to the city for the first time, oh, we're going to be so wild and crazy.
Yeah.
That now that he's here, he realizes it's about love and family and friends, which is when you're really here, that's what it's about.
And he brought his family with him.
No, he said his
that's just so
sister
good.
rode,
Yeah.
his son, his fiance. What a great time.
Yeah. All right, the Telltale Heart right there.
This is a short story published by Edgar Allan Poe.
told by a narrator who tries to convince the reader of his own sanity while simultaneously describing a murder he committed. Huh.
Well, except for the murder, sounds like my life.
And so the story centers around a heartbeat that gets louder and louder, so that's why you saw that huge heart on the top of the float, which of course.
And that keeps with the theme.
And the theme is from the heart, which
and
we've
you
been
know
telling
what?
you all night.
It really is, and you think about this, because it seems like we've been away from Mardi Gras for a long, long time.
It does. It feels longer than it's actually been.
And From the Heart really kind of describes how we're all feeling tonight.
I agree. And our love of Mardi Gras and love of this city.
Yeah. And I think we've made a lifelong fan of Josh Duhamel.
I think so, too. He's a cool one. I'm glad that he comes to the city often to shoot stuff. And again, he's going to have that new crime series kind of based off of Dateline premiering soon. The thing about
with him
Pam.
and Renee Zellweger.
Yeah, that should be
be
really
a good
good.
one, yeah.
All right, it's time to take a trip to California, Eric.
All right. Who did the most famous version of this without looking at your card?
Douglas Cross.
No, Tony Bennett.
I tried to read my card really fast. I hate Eric's pop quiz questions every day, but especially on Mardi Gras.
Okay, but you know Tony Bennett from when he sang with Lady
Gaga, but I knew Tony Bennett before then.
But I Left My Heart in San Francisco was his theme song.
The popular song was written in the fall of 1953 in New York, but it's called I Left My Heart in San Francisco. Okay.
Yeah.
They got the Golden Gate Bridge on there, Eric. Now that's
a lot of people compare New Orleans and San Francisco, both port cities, both food cities, both unique cities.
But they don't have this,
They
Eric.
do not have this.
All right.
No, they do not.
And
they have earthquakes.
There you go. They have earthquakes. Leave your heart in New Orleans tonight, folks, because this is where the party's at. You see the crowds just packed closer to the parade as these final floats make their way through the convention center. We've only got one more. They had 32 floats tonight.
All right. We'll take a quick break and be right back with the final part of Bacchus 2022. Back with the Renew Laurel Middle School Band.
Oh, I love that. We've seen a lot of high school bands. You forget how young some of these kids are.
I know.
And I feel like as the years go on, I'm literally seeing kids who are preschool age marching with some of them, dancing.
I know.
They're so little.
Well, and it's great because I saw one middle school band. They had the tiniest little girls who were the dancers.
They're so
they were
cute.
They stole the crowd. They
they're
really did
adorable.
steal the crowd. This school is in the Irish Channel. And their mascot is the Eagles.
Well, there you go.
It's hard to believe we're wrapping up this parade.
It has gone by so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've seen so many old friends.
We are seeing lots of old friends, and you know, as more and more as people get off of the float and make their way, they don't realize that we're live on TV, despite the microphones and the headsets. They think we're just here having a good time.
Well,
which we don't mind. They're coming over to say hello.
I know too many people in this.
And that is the other thing, Eric Paulson. I think you should ride. They should make you king one year.
No.
Feels like you already
you
are.
You want a big star. I'll tell you what. If they made Josh the king every year, I think people will be happy.
I think so too. He did such a great job.
Now we're waiting for the last float to come in. This is the heart of rock and roll.
Oh, I can't believe this is going to be the last float.
Yeah, it is hard to believe.
Such an amazing show here at the convention center tonight.
And you know what? The party is just getting started here.
It really is.
You know, this is going to go on for a long time.
I see the band on stage getting ready. You know, as soon as the last float goes, they're going to start that music and get going.
But as I look around the the auditorium. What do you call this? Convention
the convention center. Get your story straight.
The little blinking lights are just wonderful, you know?
Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. It just shows.
It's kind of stunning just to be here.
It's beautiful. As Clark said, all the throws this year. Somebody said, throw me something useful. One of my
like
favorite lines.
And he probably did.
He said he
All
threw
right.
some flip-flops.
Here's our final float tonight. It's
All
the Heart of Rock and Roll. This song was done by Huey Lewis and the News. They released their third single from their 1983 album, Sports. That was back in 1984. The single peaked at number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Would you like to sing us a little bit of it? I've sang every other float tonight.
Well, was this one? I'm trying to think. Oh no, they played some Huey Lewis and the News in Back to the Future.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it, guys. The theme from the heart. You've seen it in all different fashions throughout these 32 floats. Our Sharice Gibson has been on the floor catching everything tonight. I'm afraid she's covered in throws at this point.
You got our heart, Sharice.
I am definitely covered in throws, but I think my favorite throw that I have received, because the dogs are barking, y'all. Bacchus flip-flops.
Oh, my goodness.
See, when the Clark said, throw me something useful, that was it.
That was the flip-flop.
This was the one. I actually screamed hallelujah when they threw it because the feet are hurting. They know exactly what we need. We need more of this in Mardi Gras for people to throw flip-flops because our feet are killing us. But just what you talked about earlier, this has been exciting. The feeling has been great. We've been enjoying the parade. Everyone is just in good spirits and everything is flowing just fine. Just so happy that we finally get an opportunity to do this again and that everyone is sharing with us at WWL-TV.
Actually, Sharice, you can actually walk around the convention center because you have enough bling and blinking lights on.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
I have so many things blinking. I haven't even showed you the piles of things that we have right next to us that keep getting thrown at us that are blinking. I told you, eventually, if they turn these lights off when the band start, I'm going to light up the entire convention center. That is the goal here.
All right. As we wrap it all up, we take a look at this last float in the Memorial Convention Center. We'll take a quick break and be back with a wrap-up.